Alrighty, so I'm coming in. Hi, Anna.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, dear. Yeah, so it's been about a week and a half since we last spoke, so I just wanted to recap a few things from the last time we spoke. And did you need anything? Are you warm enough? Are you cold? Or
I'm usually cold, but that's okay. It's the time of year.
Me too. Me too. So I just wanted to recap a little bit about our first session. I'll open up a few minutes and then I'll let you hop in and fill me in and things like that.
Yeah.
So the last time we spoke, and like I told you the last time, everything is confidential. Everything that we speak about here will be between you and I. You saw that in the form I gave you about the HIPAA and the privacy. So if you have any questions about that, I'll be taking notes. If you want to know about anything I'm writing down, just let me know. And of course, the only time that I would share something with someone is if you were to, there's something about hurting yourself or another person.
Like threatening your situation.
Yeah, but other than that, everything is completely between you and me.
Okay.
Okay. So the last time we spoke, you didn't have a lot of goals in mind. Have you had a chance to think of any goals?
It's been all over the place, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I'm new to this place, and it's really hard for me to find my niche, work-wise.
Okay.
Because I mean, in my where we moved from, like I had a really well-established career, and like now it's I'm trying to network and like rebuild my clientele, which is difficult. So and like I said, I'm a freelancer, and obviously that's very dependent on finding the right people. It's just this place is so different, the demographics are different, it's been hard. So like I said, my ideas are just all over the place.
Okay. So this is a new beginning for you.
Yeah,
very
it's
exciting.
Scary.
Okay.
Very scary.
Okay. So it sounds like, of course, you're looking for your niche here in this particular place where we are. It's a different scenery. What type of things interest you?
So I got into marketing and advertising, and it seems that just with like the general population here, there isn't as much of a demand. Like this is obviously like it's not New York, it's not LA, not everybody is into that sort of stuff. Right. So trying to find people who are professional, who are trying to get their name out there on social media, like not everyone is up on social media.
That's
like
true.
70% of my neighbors are senior citizens, they don't even know how to use an iPhone. So it's just been really hard to get my name out there.
Okay. So definitely want to think about branching out a little bit. And a good thing about you coming here to this community center is there's lots of different resources and things out there open for persons such as yourself that are looking to find out what we have here, what this particular environment has to provide for you so that you can flourish and become a part of the community. It sounds like you're very you know a lot about the community. You know about your neighbors and the people around you.
I'm just observant.
Okay. Well, that's very good.
There are a lot of lemons driving around.
Okay. Observant. That's very good. And it sounds like a person coming to a brand new environment like this, completely different culture, completely different people. Sounds like you're really resilient.
I try to adapt,
Okay.
but it's just been hard.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if I had a choice, if I had the opportunity, I would work outside of the home.
Okay.
But I told you my son is a little over a year old, and I can't afford childcare right now. Just because being a freelancer, when you're starting out, you make pennies.
Right.
So if I was able to work a job that maybe provided free childcare as a part of a program, like that would be awesome. But for now, I'm just trying to promote my services, and no one's biting. So
now let me ask, are you a single mom? Do you have a family here in this area? Do you have those type of resources?
See, my husband, he's out of work right now, and he's trying to get into something. Like he's done a lot of landscaping, and but right now he's trying to find a job that will offer us benefits, something stable, and and something livable. And I was just trying to, you know, get myself out there on whatever platform I could just to make some, you know, just like milk money
I
at
gotcha.
the very least.
Okay. A good thing is there are a lot of different areas right now, opportunities that we can help persons look for work or job training. Here at the community center, there are some different resources we have for childcare, things like that. You know, so it sounds like to me, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. From what I hear, the biggest thing, the biggest goal right now for you is just employment. Am I correct on that? Okay.
Yes, something stable.
Something stable. Okay. And I'm guessing with benefits. Okay. Child care, if that job offers child care.
That'd be fantastic.
That's awesome. Okay. So that's what we'll stick with right now. So just throwing this out there, have you started making any steps to find employment?
I looked at a couple of opportunities, but the wage, and you know, it's, you know, the old saying, beggars can't be choosers. Like,
True.
I saw that Starbucks had an opportunity where they, you know, provided childcare, but you're not getting the kind of benefits that you would at, like, you know, like a good stable career. It's like I'd be making, you know, at most 14 an hour, plus like very meager tips, and like that's just not a livable wage
Right.
at all,
Okay.
especially if you have a kid. I mean, diapers are hella expensive, and like, so, and there were a couple other opportunities, but the reason why I became a freelancer is because I don't have a college education, so it's even harder for me to get my foot in the door anywhere. So if you could, I mean, I don't know if you're aware of any alternatives, like I don't have family in the area to take care of them.
Okay, there's definitely a few programs available, and of course they would determine on income, things like that, but we can discuss that. We can see if that's a good fit for you and your husband, and certainly look into that too. From what I can hear, you know, you sound like a bright young lady with, you know, you have goals in mind. You want to find decent employment, you're aware of that, and you're aware of your young son and he needs child care and things like that. So very resilient. What do you think your biggest or your most valued characteristic of yourself is?
Well, I'd say my persistence, that would be one.
Okay.
Persistence, perseverance, however you want to word that.
Okay.
My understanding, I mean, I'm really good with people. I can be very flexible. You know, I'm a very supportive person. And I'd say it's just really hard for me to identify any strengths when recently I've just been stuck in this rut of failure.
I understand. Okay.
It's like everything I pick up, everything I try just doesn't get anywhere. And I wish I wish I could talk to my husband like I could talk to you, but he's, you know, out doing odd jobs all day. Like I'm home with my kid by the time he gets back from, you know, with like $40 from like whatever he's doing. Like he's tired, I'm depressed, we don't want to talk to each other at all because we're both very aware of how it's not a dire situation, but it's not good.
Okay. So it sounds like there may be a little bit of disconnect there, if I'm understanding you correctly. Maybe not so much disconnect, but of course there's a lot of emotional burden on your part, and you may even feel like since your husband is away a lot that you bear the bulk of the responsibility.
Yeah, it's like he's really good with our son, and I almost wish I could, you know, get a job that would allow him to stay home, you know, with him, so I could, because, you know, even though he has some really great qualities and great skills, it's just in today's economy, those skills, like, people won't pay as much for those skills, people won't pay as much for that sort of labor. I feel like I have the ability to provide for my family, but I lack the credentials and I lack the portfolio.
Okay.
But with everything that I've put out there already and everything that I'm trying to do, and as many people as I talk to, I just keep starting from zero again.
Okay. So I from what I hear, and I can understand that myself. It's not uncommon for people, even myself, sometimes to feel like no matter what you do, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how many sows or seeds you sow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a good first step is being honest about, how you feel. And then looking at the positives also, you got to take that first step, and you are. And I really appreciate from what I'm hearing from you today in the last session we made. I see a lot of promising things about yourself, a lot of strengths that you can tap into, to make things happen for you. And I'm very excited that you came here and that we're speaking about this today.
It feels nice to be able to open up.
Yeah.
It really does.
I'm glad that you feel you can talk to me about that.
That's
It means a lot.
It's good to have any sort of human connection. I'm usually at home with my son all day. So.
Okay. So have you ever thought about educational opportunities? Maybe looking into some training programs, or what are your thoughts on that?
I was thinking about going to community college, getting an associate's. But right now I'm not able to pay for it. I mean, I'm in a position where I can, qualify for financial aid, I'm pretty sure. And, but I just don't, with everything that I've been doing to promote my services, I just don't feel like I have the time or even the energy.
Okay. So we'll definitely look into what jobs we have available on our posting board we have here at the center. You mentioned that you're very good with people. So of course, customer service skills, soft skills, those are the skills that you can't teach. You can teach people how to operate systems, but the soft skills and the people skills are something that a lot of employers are looking for.
Yeah.
So you let me know how you feel about maybe even a customer service position, or even if it's entry level and, work your way up or things like that. Those are things we can look into. And I hear a lot about how you feel, unfortunately sometimes when you're doing the best that you can, and sometimes it just feels like, what else?
Yeah, or like even trying to get out of my comfort zone, trying out freelance jobs that I never even considered, but I thought, oh, well, that's in higher demand than what I was doing before. Maybe I should try that, and even that doesn't work.
Okay.
Just a question though, how did you get into what you're doing now? How did you, were you doing something else before, but you just, because obviously, you're very empathetic, you like to help people. How did you get into social work?
Social work was something that I thought about earlier, just because, going through a lot of different things emotionally and upsets and things like that, and recognizing that there's a lot of other people who feel the same way, who are going through different things. And I personally feel that when you go through different things in life, who better to help somebody else than you?
Yeah.
So that really, it took a while for me. I'm a late starter in my profession, so it took a while, but I finally decided to make the step. Hey, let's just do it. If I don't do it now, it'll never be done.
Exactly.
Things like that.
And it helps to have the experience. You're not going to go to say for example, you're not going to go to someone for marital advice if they're not married, or if they've never 40-year-old virgin marital advice.
Good insight.
But the more you go through, the more you're able to help people. And I feel like I've gone through a lot over the past year or so, just because everything that has happened, having a child, getting married, moving, all in the same, in a very short time span. I feel like I could help other people adjust accordingly just with my advice. But once again, I lack the credentials, I haven't written an ebook, I haven't done anything like that.
Okay. So I think what we'll be working on moving forward will be getting a plan of action. A couple ideas, and I'll come up with some ideas, and you'll do the same, and we'll discuss that moving forward. And different avenues we can do. I also want to look at childcare. I'll have some information about childcare for you, and then we'll continue to think about the job training or employment training and different programs that may be available for maybe single mother, or if you're not single but young mothers, or things like that with CCAC.
Yeah.
Different programs there. We'll definitely talk about that. Do you have any other questions for me for this particular time?
No, not at the moment. I mean, I'm excited to draft out a plan. I have a whiteboard. I bring it with me next time.
Okay. Well, that'll work. Good. We'll
I
definitely
like
do that.
visuals.
Okay. Visual learner. That's good. Okay, Anna. Well, we'll discuss that moving forward. I'll have a few different ideas for you moving forward. And at the same time, you think about that too. We'll develop a plan of action, different things that we can look into, different resources we have available, and we'll just get that ball moving a little bit. How's
That sounds
sound?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Well, Anna, it was good seeing you again. I'll be seeing you real soon. Okay.
Good seeing you.
All right.
And by the way, if
Yes.
your company needs
Mhm.
an ad for social media, I'm totally available.
We can look into that too.
It sounds great.
All right, Anna.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good seeing you.
All righty.